Hello! Welcome back to the Brummie Joe HG YouTube channel, and today we've got the World Cup predictions. Now I know what you're thinking, stop right there. The World Cup's already started, Joe. What are you on about? Listen, I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't have a clue about how any team was going to do, and the predictions would have been absolutely terrible if I'd have done them before. So I thought I'd gauge it, and hopefully there it can be a little bit more accurate in terms of who is going to finish where. But before we get into the predictions, I just want to say a quick shout out to OneFootball, who are sponsoring the channel. Thank you very much for that. They are quality app for all your World Cup news. Link in the description. Let's get on with the predictions. So I'm going to go through group by group and see where I think the teams are going to finish, and then we'll go from there onto the round of 16, the quarterfinals, the semi, and the final itself. So with Russia and Uruguay already pretty much through, it's just who's going to finish top. Now I've predicted the two teams to draw when they face each other, and that would leave Russia on top and Uruguay in second place. In Group B, I've got Spain and Portugal to both finish on 7 points. That's with Portugal and Spain both winning their remaining games. In Group C, I've predicted France and Denmark to go through, with Peru just missing out. Now, Peru looked really good in their opening game, and hopefully, you know, I'm wrong. I'd probably rather Peru go through. They looked more of an attacking threat, but we'll have to see. In Group D, I've got Croatia and Argentina going through. Croatia finishing top, with Argentina just behind in second. In Group E, we've got Brazil winning it on 7 points and Switzerland coming second on 5 points. Group F, I've got Mexico winning the group. Now, they got that brilliant win over Germany. They looked outstanding, but we have to see how they play in their second game. Are they going to play with that sort of energy again? I really hope so, because they looked amazing against Germany, and I'd love it if they could top the league. If they don't and Germany finish top, that could mean we face Germany in possibly the quarterfinals. Now, I've had us finishing second in Group G, and this could work in our favour if Mexico finish top of theirs. We could avoid facing Germany, but will it be any easier facing Mexico with the way they've been playing? Maybe. If we draw with Belgium, obviously it will come down to how many goals we can score against Panama. For me, I just want the win. I don't care. Let's just get the 3 points against Panama, take a lot of pressure off us for the Belgium game, and who knows, maybe we can nick the win against them, and we can go into the knockout rounds with confidence that we can beat any team that's put in front of us. Because why not? It's the World Cup. Anything can happen. Iran almost beat Spain. I mean, I know they lost, but they give them a really good go. So I wouldn't rule any team out at the minute. It's a crazy, crazy game. Finally, in Group H, we have got Senegal finishing top. Ndoye leading them to the top of the table. I absolutely love that. But now it's time for the all-important knockout games. The groups are fair enough, but when it's knockout football, it's different gravy, as you well know, and as England well know. I just hope we don't bottle it this year. But you know what? It's a different set of players, a different mentality, and a manager that I don't hate. So, it's different. It feels different. Why not dream? Why not dream? So the round of 16 goes as follows. First game, Russia beat Portugal. I've had Russia and Portugal drawing 1-1, with Russia going through on penalties. Now it's a bold, bold, bold claim, but I wanted to put a bold claim in there. I just feel like the host nation against Portugal, Portugal have looked, you know, good at times. They've looked okay at times as well. But Russia have been on fire. And if they really make it difficult for Portugal to break through them, I reckon they can get the draw, take it to penalties, and then it's anyone's game, really. Anyone's game at penalties. It's on the flip of a coin, really, isn't it? So I've had Russia to go through just to mix it up a little bit. Next up, Spain v Uruguay. I've got Spain to just ease past them 2-1. I don't think there's going to be many big goal scoring games in the knockout stages, as it's a little bit different. I don't think there's going to be any 7-1s this year either. Next up, France v Argentina. I've had France to beat them 3-1. I think they've just got a bit too much for Argentina, but who knows? Could Messi really show up against France? You know, it's a more open side, you could say, as France are going to be attacking them. It might allow Messi to sort of get into them spaces that he couldn't get into against Iceland. I hope we can see more of Messi in this tournament. Next up, Croatia-Denmark, and I went for a bold 0-0. I don't know why, but I think there's got to be one of them in the tournament. But I've gone for Croatia just to sneak through 1-0 after extra time. Next up, Brazil v Germany. Now, this is obviously reminiscent of the semi-final in Brazil, where they got absolutely hammered 7-1 by Germany. I think they've grown a lot since then, and I think they're after revenge. They're going to smell blood. and I think they're going to beat them 3-1. Next up, Mexico v Switzerland, and I've had Mexico to win 2-0. I feel like they've got a nice attacking presence. It's going to be different against Switzerland. Obviously, I've not seen too much of them. They're not invincible, they're not unbeatable, but they're an exciting football team, and I'd like to see them do well until they eventually meet England, that is. Next up, we've got Belgium v Poland, and this is one that England could face if we finish top of the group and the rest stay as I predicted. But I've got Belgium to sneak through 2-1. Finally, Senegal v England. I've got England to beat Senegal 3-1, but just imagine the riots if Ndoye scores the winner against England, knocks us out. I wouldn't be able to look him in the eye again. I've got us to beat them 3-1 anyway, and that's us through to the quarterfinals where things get a little bit tastier. Now in the quarterfinals, we've got Russia, who upset Portugal, up against a France side that are after glory. And I think this is where Russia's fairy tale is going to end. I think France are going to win 2-0 with a pretty calm, easy win against Russia. Spain v Croatia next, and I don't think this is going to be an easy task by any means, but I've got Spain to win 2-1. I just can't see Croatia really beating them. I don't think there's going to be that many upsets. So yeah, I've got Spain to just ease past Croatia into the semi-final. Brazil v Belgium next, and I think it's going to be a tight game for this one. I've got this one to be a draw. I think it's going to be 2-2. But I think Brazil are going to win on penalties and get themselves a place in the semi-final. And finally, Mexico versus England in the quarterfinals. Just picture the scene. The pubs are rammed. Everyone's wearing England shirts. The flags are everywhere. We've got a ticket to the semi-final. We just have to get past Mexico. I've got us to draw 2-2 and win 3-2 after extra time. I think it's going to be a really tight, nervy game with a few goals, maybe a few VAR decisions that go for or against us. If the Tunisia game's anything to go by, it will be against us, no doubt. But I think we're going to squeeze past them and find our ways, stumbling through to the semi-finals. We're not going to know what to do with ourselves. And I'd take a semi-final. I'd take a quarter-final. Could we do the unthinkable? Are England the dark horses? Let me know in the comments. If not, who do you think are your dark horses for the team from what you've seen so far? So in the semi-finals, we've got France versus Brazil and Spain versus England. I've got Brazil to squeeze past France 2-1. I think it'll be a tight, exciting game. But I've got Brazil to just beat them. I think we might see the best of Neymar if he comes back from his injury. You know, Coutinho with the screamers. And I feel like France might just bottle it a little bit. Then we've got Spain versus England in the semi-finals. And it is going to be the most Brexit performance you have ever seen from England. You must believe. We are going to be looking like Iran did today, basically. Men on the line, 5 people scrambling on the line. We're going to get a little fluky goal. Big header, Harry Maguire, bam, back post, 89th minute. The country goes into meltdown. We're in the final. That's what I'm saying. I'm predicting it. It's going to happen. You heard it here first, but probably not first. You've probably heard it a few times, but we're going to get into the final. Can we win it? I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. I've gone from massively positive and over the top to a bit realistic now. We face Brazil in the final and the nation will be on edge. Imagine those 90 minutes. It would be the longest 90 minutes of your life. I think we'd give them a game, Brazil, but I think Brazil would just squeeze past us. You never know, but I'm going to go for heartbreak in the final. It's not what I want. It's not what I want, but it's what I think could happen. And in all honesty, if you look at the past few tournaments, you'd probably take getting to the final and you'd be proud of yourselves. You'd probably take getting to the semi-finals. As long as we don't go out to an average side like we usually do, let's just do ourselves proud. And even if we go to the final or the semi-final and we give a really good performance, we can come back proud. The hope is always there. We could do the impossible. And the way the groups have ended up in this prediction, it's not the hardest path to the final. We'd have to get past Spain and then Brazil. That's the thing, it's those 2 in a row. But you never know. These players might just have the bottle. They've not got all this negativity of the past tournaments that seem to be cursing the England squad. We look a little bit different. I don't know, man. I don't know, but I feel a lot different about this tournament. And I'm going to look an absolute mug when we go out in the round of 16 to Senegal. But anyway, if you want to do this prediction yourself, I'll leave a link below in the description as well. If you enjoyed the video and if you think England are the dark horses maybe, drop a like on the video. If you want to see more of this kind of stuff, the World Cup talk, let me know. And subscribe if you're new. And I will see you next time.